So I had a little bit of trouble with BigBlue today. Getting ready to leave for lunch and see my seatbelt still hanging out. That's because she kind of caught on fire. So what ended up happening is the ignition, as you can see here, looks a little raspy. Decided to give up the ghost. I don't really like those style of connectors. And this wire, I can see now, is sticking straight out the side. I didn't do this mess. Somebody else did it. But I will surely correct it. The truck still smells pretty bad. So I ended up having a lot of smoke coming right through the dash and out through the vents and everything. It was not a pretty couple of seconds. So I turned the key back off. Obviously that didn't change anything. Switched the key over to accessory just in case, maybe there was a bad spot in the ignition. I was hoping it was just the inside of the switch grenaded. And then I realized it was the wires. So I ran around front, popped the hood, and took the battery terminal off. So one of the things I would like to do is express my deepest gratitude to the Gerber people. Actually, you can't see the Gerber logo. To the Gerber people. Gerber USA, you managed to save my truck for me. If it wasn't for this little tool and being able to disconnect the bolts, the whole truck would have gone right to the ground. As it was, I'm in pretty tough shape. Well, not really bad. I mean, I'm still in a little bit of shock because it's not often your ride bursts into flames underneath your feet, especially when you're belted in. That's no good because I've got two fuel tanks on this thing. One right underneath that seat and then the other one basically behind me underneath. So I have enough fuel in here where I probably would have gone about 758 feet up into the air as soon as the wires from the tanks got hot enough. So I think that's the wire that goes to the amp gauge, so that shouldn't be any real big deal. You can see it melted everything right off it. Can I get that to focus? Focus, thank you. And a bunch of other things. The last guy who restored it left a lot of the original tags and things like that on there. The wires didn't look too bad before, but I can see there's stuff I'm gonna have to change out now because most of the wires back here are melted. See all the crispiness there. And I guess I'll have to change out that ignition switch. I never really trusted it before. I think I trust it a lot less now, even though chances are what ended up happening is it probably rotated just enough where it caught the metal inside. So it was probably just the way that it was wired. They should have had the terminals straight out, more like that, to keep it from hitting anything. But yeah, I also took the tool to get the ignition out of here, so at least I could take a look and see if I can get this thing home tonight, which I should be able to do if I can find enough wire to hobble it together. But that's it for BigBlue for right now. I'm just glad it didn't burn to the ground. That would have sucked.